Welcome to a summary of Lost Properties. At the end of a war that has lasted for 200 years, in a world where magic has been outlawed for anyone that is not sanctioned by the government, we find ourselves in the seafaring town of Parthel. The unlikely trio of Myst, the goblin-hating half-dryad thief, Finn, the ginger elven wizard, and Aram, the former cultist human barbarian, are all chasing their lost items and happen to simultaneously converge on the same lead. Deciding to work together to recover their lost goods, they form a party and head to the Thieves' Guild in the capital, following the trail of whoever has stolen from them. After bartering travel from a troll merchant and bribing their way into the capital of Tar, the party dispatches a petty group of muggers and narrowly escapes a horde of gang members. In a stroke of luck, the group happens upon their mutual acquaintance Lugus, who has also lost an important personal item, and joins their quest. After navigating the traps and pitfalls of the Thieves' Guild, the party finds the slaughtered bodies of its inhabitants littering the floor. While inspecting the surroundings, a Chimera aggressively descends upon the party, and after an intense battle is finally defeated, leaving behind a clue to where the lost items might be headed: the Forgotten Forest. After escaping this city, the party is halted by Regan, the government war hero, but are able to defeat him in battle. The group then proceeds to the poor shanty town of Felja to hopefully find a way to the Forgotten Forest and acquire provisions to aid in their quest. Upon their arrival, the party visits the local blacksmith and discovers that it is Agar, who is a friend of Finn's family. Agar probably gives the group a quest to acquire goods which he can use to upgrade their equipment. The party begrudgingly accepts. On their way to the quest, the party makes a stop at the inn, where they encounter the old orc bard Grigori. After a round of drinks, the group heads to the local woods in search of the dire spider silk they need for the blacksmith, and after a riveting battle with the monstrous arachnids, return to the town, only to be stopped by Tweeg, the goblin shaman. Tweeg informs the group of the goblin's desire to travel to an alternate dimension to escape the impending doom that looms over this world. After reconvening with Agar, the blacksmith, and receiving the upgrades to their equipment, the party heads out and chances upon a cultist caravan. Seizing the opportunity to acquire a set of the cultist bear beads, the party now has what they need in order to find the Forgotten Forest and continue their journey. Arriving at the ruins of the demolished town of Ignis, Myst realizes that the Forgotten Forest is in actuality Tanglewood Forest, and with great hesitation, the group finally enters the forest in search of their items. Upon entering the forest, the party engages a goblin scouting party in battle and easily defeats them, but not before they could call for help, resulting in the group being surrounded by an army of goblins. After being taken into custody and thrown into a makeshift jail by the goblins, the party discovers a multitude of Faye among the various prison cells, most important which are Finn's missing parents. Finn's father informs the group that the goblins are using the Faye as a magical fuel source and brandishing magical items to channel that magic, since the goblins themselves cannot inherently produce or manipulate magic of their own. Not long after the party's arrival, the multitude of Faye, including Finn's parents, are escorted out of the jail, seemingly for the purpose of serving as the power source for the interdimensional portal that the goblins long to open. The group escapes the jail with ease and makes their way to free the Faye and thwart the opening of the portal. Upon arriving, they find the entirety of the goblin village at the mouth of the portal, awaiting its opening. In an attempt to cease the flow of magic into the portal, Lugus unintentionally alters the flow in such a way that the portal opens a path to the underworld, and a horrifying beast emerges and begins to slaughter everything in sight. Just after the portal's opening, Stan, the flying squirrel, leaps out of Myst's hood and into the portal. Meanwhile, the group sets the Fae free and engages the otherworldly beast in combat. After an arduous battle, the beast is finally defeated, and the portal begins to close. But as it does, a small figure emerges, revealing none other than Miep, Myst's previously deceased friend and party member. In the aftermath of the events, the party escorts Finn's parents back to the shanty town of Felja, where they can re-establish a life and continue their work within the Resistance. In the final scene, we find Finn, the party, back at the inn for a drink with Grigori, the orc, who informs them of the impending war of the gods that threatens the very existence of the mortal beings of this world.